Hi, I'm Eric Smith, and right now I'm at the Edmond Police Department training facility. We've got lots of really cool things to tell you about on this month's episode of Your Edmond. We're going to find out how well Edmond's SWAT team compares to other SWAT teams around the state. Plus, Dave's out and about at the Edmond Farmers Market this month. Hi there, and welcome to June's edition of Your Edmond. I'm your show host, Eric Smith, and right now I'm at Edmond's training facilities, where many of Edmond's finest come to practice their shooting and firing skills each week. Now, this facility is home of Edmond's Police Academy, and it's also where Edmond's SWAT team generally practice each month. Now, this past month, the Edmond SWAT team attended a statewide competition up in Enid, Oklahoma, where they competed against other SWAT teams from around the state. Let's see how they did this year.
It's Wednesday, May 2nd. The location is Enid, Oklahoma, where SWAT teams are checking their equipment, talking strategy with teammates, and figuring out how their team is going to take home the grand prize at the 8th annual Oklahoma SWAT competition.
Today you've got SWAT teams from across the state of Oklahoma who have come here to Enid today to compete in a various number of events to help hone their skills and get them ready for the tense and uncertain circumstances that they face when they go on call-outs in their home jurisdictions.
Edmond has 21 members on its SWAT team. Only 10 are allowed to compete in the 5 events. The event is taking place at the Enid Police Department's gun range. On one side of the grounds was the combat pistol course, where SWAT operators had to go through the course and fire at various objects. They are timed and penalized for missing targets.
And you have to run to each different point or carry a heavy object and then engage several targets in certain orders. So you have to be able to shoot, move, and communicate, and that's the way to win a gunfight. What we pride ourselves on as Edmond is being able to shoot and hit what we're aiming at. So that's the number one thing. You don't want to let yourself or your team down by missing a target.
Another event is the carbine course, where 2 members work together to move objects and hit long-range and short-range targets.
And during that course of fire, the officers will have to drag heavy objects and they'll have to engage targets from various ranges. And it's really close to what we would be doing in the field. The unknown of how far a target is from you, being able to estimate that and make good sound shots is what we like to do.
The sniper course requires competitors to shoot clay targets positioned at various distances. They move from platform to platform, simulating the types of locations they may actually have to work from when called out. One target position was located 350 yards away. That's over 3 football fields long. Because of recent rains, the ground they had to cross was muddy, creating another obstacle for the snipers.
Good shot.
There was also a bus assault scenario where officers must board a bus where children and a bus driver are taken hostage. Inside the bus are paper targets representing innocent passengers.
What we're doing is we're trying to eliminate any threats on the bus while still rescuing the children.
Because of the close surroundings and working right alongside other SWAT members, simulated pistols that resemble actual sidearms are used in the bus assault event.
It's kind of like a ramped up version of a paintball that allows us to use the actual weapons we would be normally using, but with a much safer round, and that's what we utilize for training and to train close quarters battle.
Finally, there's the demanding obstacle course, which requires 5 total operators. This event is designed to make competitors work as a team and to be physically taxing on them throughout. Some are required to climb fences, drag dummies, move heavy objects, and all must keep a large telephone pole from touching the ground the entire time. The challenges within the obstacle course are not far from those actually experienced in the field.
A lot of times you have to negotiate fences, low walls, or traverse a long area to get to where the objective is. And the things they're doing in the obstacle course are very job specific to what we might do on a call out. Those are some of the same pressures you'll see in a real life call out, so being able to compete with those pressures here makes it easier to do your job when the time comes.
And as each member competes in the events, there is a group of comrades not too far away cheering them on and pushing them to do their best.
When you're out there rooting each other on and you're wanting the best from each one of your operators, I think it's great for the team building and the team aspect, you know, because that's what we do in the field. We're always trying to build each other up and support each other.
For the competition, there are winners for each of the 5 events, and there is an overall winner declared. For this 2012 competition, the Edmond SWAT team took first place on the obstacle course, and they also won the overall competition. Because of the win, they will host the event next year, which will be their 4th time to do so.
And it's good to host it too. The things you learn when you're hosting are the organization and the logistics of putting an event like this together, which goes right back into your work on the street. We'd like to thank the citizens of Edmond. If it wasn't for their support of the police department, we wouldn't have the equipment that we have, we wouldn't have the training that we have, or the facilities to do it. And not only do we want to repay you by winning competitions, but by protecting you, and that's what we're out here learning to do better. And we absolutely could not do it without the citizens, and we're all super happy to work where we are and feel very supported by the public.
Well, congratulations to our dedicated SWAT team. And if you wonder how they got so good and where we are, actually where we are is a shoot house, and this is where the SWAT team practice in a makeshift real life scenario. They can move the walls around and they use live ammunition here to practice, so kind of interesting. But coming up on the show, we'll be heading out to the animal shelter to show you some of the great animals that really do need a loving home. And also ahead, golf pro Brian Sorensen will be giving us helpful golf tips.
And I'm Dave Derringer, out and about here at the Edmond Farmers Market, checking out some wonderful produce, and that's coming up later in the show.
Before we go to break, can you answer the Your Edmond trivia question? Oklahoma is known for its violent weather. Does the city provide a public storm shelter during the storm season? We'll have the answer for you after the break.
Acceptable? Yes, now there are more items you can place in your Edmond Recycling bin, like newspapers, magazines, phone books, and junk mail. Edmond Recycles. It's what we do. Changing your view is what we want to do.
Celebrating 40 years of fun family festivals, Liberty Fest is Edmond's 4th of July festivals. Come celebrate all 11 exciting events from June 23rd to July 4th. There's a rodeo, concert in the park, car show, kite fest, taste of Edmond, and more. July 4th is Park Fest at UCO with free watermelon, and the grand finale, the largest fireworks display in the metro. We love Liberty. We love Liberty Fest. Share the fun. The 40th anniversary of Edmond's Liberty Fest.
If you're looking for a great career in law enforcement, then we would like you to come to Edmond and apply for the Edmond Police Department. Currently, we have more than 100 police officers who help make Edmond one of the safest communities in the country. In Edmond, we have our own 20-week academy. Along with competitive starting salary, other benefits include a take-home vehicle, college tuition reimbursement and incentive pay, an excellent health benefits program, and your firearms are provided. There are 2 ways you can apply. Visit edmondpd.com, print off the questionnaire, fill it out, and return it to the Human Resources office. Or you can visit the Human Resource offices to complete the questionnaire. June 29th is the last day to turn in your application. If you have any questions, send me an email at randy.payne@edmondok.com. So if you have what it takes to be a police officer, come apply today.
Let's see if you know the answer to Edmond's trivia question. Does the city provide a public storm shelter during the storm season? The answer to that is no. There is not a public storm shelter. Research shows that public storm shelters aren't the best way to keep residents safe. Overcrowding during a storm may cause people to be turned away as a storm approaches. The last place we want our residents to be during severe weather is in a vehicle driving to or from a public storm shelter. That's why it's very important that you have a personal safety plan for you and your family during dangerous weather. You can find out how to prepare an emergency safety plan by visiting the city's website, edmondok.com. Go to the emergency management page and click on Hazard Preparedness link for information about establishing a family emergency plan, preparing an emergency supply kit, and much more.
Hi, I'm Officer Casey Sedgwick with Edmond Animal Welfare, and I'm here today with Hazel, and she is a 3-year-old spayed female pit bull. She is a very sweet dog. When she came into the shelter, she was scared of humans and other animals, and with some help from the shelter staff and volunteers, she has turned into a very loving little dog. She's been here since December of 2011, so she's been here quite a while, and she is ready for a new home. And Hazel is just one of the many dogs that we have available at the shelter. And we are actually over capacity right now. We have got so many animals, and we are in desperate need of the public to fill out foster applications to help us with that. The foster program here at Edmond Animal Welfare is a very simple program. We have you fill out a foster application. We'll have one of the officers come by and do a home check just to ensure that you have a safe environment for the animal. The shelter provides all of the food, any kind of medication, cages, anything that you need. So it would be at no cost to you to foster an animal. All you would have to do is donate your time. You can fill out an application here at the shelter and turn it in, or you can go online to edmondok.com, and there are foster applications you can fill out online. And it's very important that we have help from the public, because when we're this full and at this capacity of animals, we really depend on our volunteers to help us out and to get some of these animals out of the shelter, even if it is for just a short period of time. This is Saffron. She is a 4-year-old spayed female. She was an owner surrender to the shelter. She came in with another cat, so she doesn't seem to mind other cats. She's very sweet and very vocal, as you can tell. And right now we have got so many animals. We have cats in every cage available. We have a lot of kittens. So we really need to see you guys out here to come and adopt some of these wonderful cats that we have. And if you would like to come to the shelter, we are at I-35 in Covell. It is 2424 Old Timbers Drive. And if you would like to visit us on the web, we're at edmondok.com. And we would love to see you out here.
Well, here we are at Kicking-Bird Golf Club. The tip I have for you today addresses the most important part of the game, I feel, and that's putting. And the ball should find the hole. Welcome to Kicking-Bird Golf Club. For today's tip, we're going to talk about how to properly read greens and how it can be so important to make sure that you take the time to look at the areas around you when you're making your putt. And this is a perfect example. We're here at hole number 16 at Kicking-Bird Golf Club, and I'm going to show you two very important variables that I'm looking at even before I get down behind the ball to read my putt. I'm going to first look at this big slope that's over here on the left side of this hole, right over here. So automatically, I think that this slope will have some influence on my putt. But if I look at where my ball is sitting, I'm also going to notice that over here, I have some slope going down to the hole that could influence my putt. And what is really interesting to show you, and I'm going to do it right now, is that depending on where you start the ball, from this position, you're going to see two different breaks. If I play this ball, this one right here, out to the left, I want you to watch what happens to the general roll of the ball. Pretty straight, starts to come down just a little bit to the right. If I start this second ball out to the right of the hole, it starts to move just a little bit back in to the left. Two of the same putts, two definitely different directions, both end up about 2 feet from the hole. But as I'm reading this putt, what is so important is I've got to take note of both slopes and their effect on where I'm going to start this ball. And particularly on this putt, this first slope here is going to have a little bit of effect right when my ball gets started. And when I hit it, I'm going to make sure I probably try to start it just to the right edge of the hole. That as it gets up to the hole, it may move a little bit back to the right, which that one did not. So I may say, okay, it's not going to move back to the right as much. Start it out a little bit further to the right. Now it almost goes in. But as you can tell, I have to definitely evaluate all of the slopes of the green before making up my mind exactly where I want to start the golf ball. You will see many pros on tour. This is called plum bombing. I can't even teach you that drill because I've never done it in my life. I like to get behind the ball, get down, read the slopes. But for most of you, you can do a lot of green reading by just looking at the gentle contours of the green to determine where you want to start your ball out on. And when you do that, and you pick the appropriate line, you should hit more quality putts that will lead to better scores.
Hi, I'm Dave Derringer, and I'm out and about here at the Edmond Farmers Market. What's your favorite part of the farmers market? What'd you do at summer camp this year? Hey, what do you love most about this park? So what type of product do you sell here at the farmers market?
Okay, we sell English scones, some shepherd's pies, Lancashire hot pots.
Wow.
We do sausage rolls and pasties.
We sell honey sticks, raw honey, spun honey, lotion bars and beeswax bars, and they make lip balm and hot honey, which has cayenne pepper in it.
Ooh, south of the border.
That's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's pretty hot.
We're at the Amish Edmond Farmers Market. And
the Amish don't spin this color, I'm sorry.
Oh.
What I sell is handmade soap.
Handmade soap.
Handmade soap, all made by me, and balms and lip balms.
My Adirondack chairs are
yes.
my signature item. It's a FYF bench, which means fits your fanny.
Ah.
We're here to help people if they have questions about different parts of their garden, flowers, vegetables.
So is it that good?
You've got to take a sample.
I have to be careful I don't walk off this cloud that I'm on. Let's see what this is all about. Do you like strawberries and blueberries? Oh yeah! I'm at the front gate of the Edmond Farmers Market pulling guard duty. What type of produce did you buy today?
Oh, so far I've just gotten some fruits. I'm getting ready to get a little vegetable action going.
We picked up a bottle of wine and we're getting some tomatoes.
Yes.
And probably some blueberries.
I love it. You can smell the lavender and it's just absolutely amazing.
It's the best produce that you can get, and I think it's fun to let the boys, or at least let this one, pick out fruit and vegetables that he wants to try.
What type of vegetables are you looking for, like the tomatoes and the...
Tomatoes, although they say that's a fruit.
Right, that is a fruit.
Don't try to trip me.
How do you choose really, really great tomatoes?
To me, it's all in the field.
Edmond Farmers Market. Edmond Farmers Market.
I like to buy things local. I feel like that's not only healthy but nice for the local economy, and I just enjoy coming out here for the environment.
It's good local produce. It's just fun.
Made in the USA.
I just think it's great for the community, and it gets people out and they're active, and they're picking their own vegetables that they know have been grown from scratch. And there's just a little girl over there who's counting change and working on math skills.
Yes.
And I'm a teacher, so for me that's really important. And these kids are communicating with people, working on social skills.
I think it's really nice here. I love it. Yeah, I could actually live here. I really
You could.
like it. Yeah.
That's what we love to hear.
We just love it. All summer long, we're here.
The farmers market is the place to be.
Had a great time out here today at the Edmond Farmers Market. You can too, every Wednesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. To see more out and about shows, visit our website at edmondlifetv.com. I'm Dave Derringer, and we'll see you next time on another edition of Out and About.
Well, that's our show for this month. I hope you're proud to be an Edmond resident. I know I am, because we've certainly got a lot to be proud of. And, well, we have a well-trained SWAT team, a dedicated police department, an incredible animal shelter, great recycling services, a fun and beautiful golf course, spectacular farmers market to buy fresh fruits. Well, this could go on and on. There's a heroic fire department, and the parks we have here, and the trails. Oh, you can't forget the trails. And, well, we've got all kinds of shopping and